All right, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. How's everyone doing today? How you doing? Welcome. Today is Thursday, May 31st, 2018. That's right, guys. It's the end of May. And what a month May was. May was a fun month. Not gonna lie. We had a lot of fun stuff going on. In the realm of new releases, downtime playthroughs. It was a good solid mix for me. And I certainly enjoyed the month, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the month of May with all the content that I put out for you. So we're ending it, strong, continuing on with the stuff that I've been doing all along, with a little spin today, in regards to the Street Fighter collection. Today, for the first time, rather than me just playing randoms, I'm going to be creating a lobby and allowing people to join me and face me in the anniversary collection who have been maybe waiting to do so over the course of this week. Ever since I booted the game on Tuesday, people have been asking, gee, Phil, will you be taking challengers in these games? What's your plans? So, yes, absolutely. I am taking open challenges today in the collection. Now, what games? Well, to start off, obviously I'm going to do the game that I'm the best at, that most people probably want to face me at, Super Turbo. All right. So we're going to open up with Super Turbo challenges. I'm going to make a lobby, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a private lobby or not, because I think you can make private lobbies, but I'm not 100% on how the lobby system works in this game yet, because I obviously haven't tried it yet. We're going to pretty much do it together on the fly today to try to figure out exactly how this lobby system works. All right. So we'll see firsthand. All right. And then, once I set up the lobby, obviously people are going to join me. And I'll be playing, for as long as I can, with as many people are stepping up to challenge me. Oh my god, excuse me. All of a sudden I'm belching everywhere. Yeah, we'll see how many people want to step up and challenge me. And then, once that time runs out, let's say I play Super Turbo for an hour or two and, gets boring or whatever, then I will switch to, another game. So maybe I'll switch from Super Turbo. We'll instead go to, I don't know, Third Strike or Alpha 3. Whatever people want to play me in. I really don't care, even though I know I'm at Third Strike. I pretty much can't play the Third Strike online. I'm sorry. I was able to at least do semi-well in the online edition years ago. I cannot play this. I seriously cannot. I've tried it. Whatever reason, the connections, first of all, are not great. All right. Just real talk, they're not. The connections are not great in this collection for Third Strike. They're good for everything else. Super Turbo, Hyper Fighting, Alpha 3. In general, the majority of connections I've gotten in those games have been good. Third Strike, they've just been shit. I just don't know what else to say. I've tried, and they are laggy as hell. And even when it doesn't look like there's lag visually on the screen, the time when I do a move or a parry or whatever, and when it actually happens, just is not in sync. And I can't even get basic combos. I can't even do medium punch, fierce punch, super with Ken. And, that's bread and butter staple shit you need to win. So all that being said, I'm pretty... am I upset overall? No. The game does have, good connections for the game. A game that I'm obviously the most interested in, Super Turbo. But it is unfortunate that this collection doesn't have great connections for every game. But today's pretty much open challenge day. I want to play against as many people who want to come up against me in the game. All right. So we're gonna see how today goes. Hopefully, I have a lot of challengers who will join the stream and want to face me. And we'll have enough competition to support the entire stream. If not, I guess what we'll do is just go back to random ranked matches. And if that's the case, it will be Super Turbo, because Super Turbo is what I started with on Tuesday. And I actually haven't touched Super Turbo since Tuesday. So definitely, if, we run out of people challenging in the lobbies, I will be doing Super Turbo on stream today, okay? Sounds good? Alright. So that's number one. That's what this stream will be. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I do want to say thank you guys. So far this week, you guys have been very supportive during the Street Fighter streams. Don't worry. If fighting games are not your thing, if fighting games are like, man, I like that Phil goes back and plays things from his roots, but I just don't like fighting games, okay? That's fine. I'm not going to be playing them for too much longer as featured content. What I mean by that is like the game on my main streams. In fact, tomorrow is pretty much the final day where I'm probably going to do this as a main stream. Maybe one more day next week. But, you know, I understand. People like fighting games. They want to see me play them from time to time, but you don't want to see me play them every single freaking day. I'm a variety streamer. I get that. I know that people like to see me play a wide variety of stuff. You don't want to see the same shit every day. I get that, all right? So, Street Fighter today, and then tonight, I'm going to be doing 2 more hours of my Detroit Become Human alternate choices run on my second stream later tonight. That's going to be fun, where I basically are trying to do things I totally didn't do in the first playthrough of the game, including basically making Connor not be friendly with Hank, the detective, and also 100% listen to his CyberLife creators. Don't go against them and become a deviant, but just listen to CyberLife. I'm going to try to make Marcus, the android who starts the revolution, I'm going to try to make him violent against the humans, which I didn't do the first run. And I'm also going to try to make Kara do various different things. I'm not even sure what's available, but we're going to try, okay? So, the good news is, the playthrough's been pretty good so far. The bad news is, sadly, when you replay the game, there are segments you just can't really change. And so last night in particular, I'd say half my stream last night was redoing stuff that I did exactly the same way as the first playthrough, because I didn't want characters to die and the like. So it kind of stinks when, okay, this is cool to see an alternate choice here and how it affects things, but then I got to play an hour of the same boring shit that I already saw, right? So it is what it is. Tonight, 2 more hours of Detroit. We'll see how far we can get. I'm already, from what I've seen, I played it for 4 hours, my second run. I'm an hour and a half ahead of my first run, because I'm turboing through certain segments that I already know how to do them. So I get the feeling this second run's going to be much shorter. Like, I'm probably going to finish it maybe within 8 hours instead of the 11 hours my first run was. I guess we'll see how it progresses. All right, but that's tonight. Tomorrow will be the final major stream, like I said, this week of the Street Fighter Collection. Tomorrow, what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to try to contact a few people, including Venomous Fat Man said he wanted to try to challenge me in the game, as well as Brian, if you guys remember him, Tiger Power Gaming. He said he wanted to play Third Strike, although I know the connections are going to be crap, but hey, he wants to play me. And I know Kekken as well wanted to do a couple sets to try to learn a little bit about Super Turbo and stuff. So tomorrow will kind of be a challenge between those of you guys who I've played with games before, and maybe they want to jump in and challenge me in a special, stream. And then, of course, once all that's done, then if I want to do more ranked play, I'll do more ranked play. So tomorrow will be kind of the final major stream of the collection before I give it a rest. Okay? Friday night will be the Crew 2 closed beta. I got an invite code to be a part of the Crew 2 beta, and I'm going to be playing that Friday night. Some people have asked, am I going to do it co-op? I have no idea. At this point, what I think I'm going to do is boot it up and see what it is, play it for a little bit Friday night, and if I like it, great, and if people are there and want to join co-op, I'll let them, but, it all depends. What if I play it and I'm not really understanding it? Then obviously I'm not going to do co-op right away, you know what I mean? Like, we'll play it by ear and see how it goes before I make promises about co-op or anything like that, okay? So that's going to be tomorrow night, and the bottom line is, depending on how I like the Crew 2 beta tomorrow night will determine directly if I actually get the game at the end of June. The game actually releases June 29th, and I'm interested in it because it seems like not only is it a driving game with simulation aspects, but it also has a racing aspect that's more arcadey, but then it also has planes and boats and all kinds of vehicles that could definitely make the game a lot more interesting than just a standard driving game, right? So, I'm very interested to see how that turns out tomorrow night, okay? Saturday's my day off. I will not be live streaming this Saturday. However, I will be uploading a bunch of Street Fighter videos to DSPGaming. What I've been doing is every day releasing kind of one major set of Street Fighter videos on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. Rather than flood the channel with like 40, 50 Street Fighter videos a day, which obviously would not be a good idea, I've been slowly releasing the videos. So far I've released sets of Super Turbo, Third Strike, and Alpha 3. Today I'm going to release Hyper Fighting. And then probably tomorrow I'll release some of the gameplay from today's challenge runs. Okay, like with these viewers. And, and then this weekend, Saturday, I'll try to upload a ton of videos that maybe the backlog that I haven't uploaded yet to YouTube. Okay? So, Saturday, no stream, but I will be uploading videos. Sunday is going to be probably the conclusion of my second run in Detroit. What I'm planning on doing at that point, I'll have been 6 hours into the game. And like I said, I think I'm probably going to be able to beat my second run in around 8 hours. Plus, I'll be at the end game, which means that's finally where we're going to see the big changes in the plot, dependent on the choices I made during the course of the game. So, in particular, I think Sunday's stream of Detroit Become Human will be the best one for this alternate choices run I've been doing, because we're going to see the culmination of all the alternate choices and how it changed the end of the game. Now, chances are I may not be able to fill the entire stream on Sunday with just Detroit, especially if I finish my second run. So, number one, maybe what I'll probably do, alright, is review the game. Maybe film a live review. Now, if I end really early, okay, then what I'll probably do is do some more Street Fighter. Jump into a random match of Street Fighter or whatever, okay, and go from there. So Sunday's stream should be a lot of fun. And then Monday is kind of the end, the leftovers. I'm not sure what I'm doing on Monday yet. You know, possibility of bringing back H1Z1 for a session for sure. I don't know if I'll be doing Street Fighter Monday. I know on Tuesday there's multiple major new releases in Vampire as well as Shaq Fu, although I say Shaq Fu is not really a major new release, it's kind of a joke game. So Shaq Fu is kind of a maybe. I don't know if I'm definitely playing Shaq Fu or not, but I am going to be playing Vampire next week, okay? Among other things. You know, I got some other things planned. Once I have more information regarding certain things, I will definitely let you guys know. In addition, what you guys need to realize is that next week is the lead up to E3. And so that first major weekend of June, including the, the 9th, 10th, and 11th, which is a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, are the 3 days when all the major E3 press conferences are going to go down. And I will be covering them. I will be watching those press conferences and doing reaction-style summary videos for you guys after they complete, as I always do at E3. Okay? So, there you go. And, there you go. That's it. They want E3 coverage as usual. Okay? So, that's the rough schedule for about the next week to week and a half. I hope that you guys enjoy the streams. I hope that you guys have a lot of fun. And, there you go. That's really the summary. That's all I really have to say about that. All right? Outside of that, guys, I got some updates. Some positive updates. All right? First of all, if you guys have not noticed, maybe you weren't around yesterday, we got new emotes in the stream chat for my subscribers. If you are a sub and you haven't been around recently, you may not have seen it. All right? But we've got the new Hadouken emote and the new Fireball emote. Okay? Pretty sweet. Especially just in time for me to play Street Fighter, right? You can now throw fireballs across the screen, which is pretty sweet. I like it a lot. Shout out to Popsicolo, who made those for us. In addition, Popsicolo also made 2 more new emotes. There's going to be the new Ryu DSP. That's right, it's me as Ryu in Street Fighter. So obviously you'll be able to add that to the Fireball and Hadouken emote to show me throwing a fireball if you'd like. And then there's an Evil Ryu emote. And the Evil Ryu emote is going to be the new Tier 2 emote for the channel. So if you don't do the standard sub for $5 a month, but if you do the Tier 2, which is $10 a month, $10, you'll have access to the Evil Ryu DSP emote. Now, Pops is also working on a Tier 3 emote, which is going to probably be Akuma. All right, me as Akuma. But he's working on that right now. So within a day or so, we should have the next new emote, out, the Ryu. And the Tier 2 emote should be live soon, too. And then hopefully Akuma, by, next couple days, we'll see. No pressure on Pops. He's been pumping this stuff out awesome for us, really quickly and really timely. So thanks to Popsicolo for that. Really awesome of you. So, pretty sweet, right, guys? So that's awesome. If you sub now, get in on that. Plus, obviously, you get access to all my other emotes. I have deleted a few of the ones that no one was using, like the Snake DSP, Batfill, and shit, there was another one, too. There were 3 that basically no one ever used. And people were like, get rid of these and make better ones. So that's why we're doing this, okay? In addition, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them on streams. And also, you get the cool chat crown badge in the stream chat. All right? You'll be able to see a nice, cool bronze crown when you sub. And then when you go to 3-month sub of support, it's a silver crown. When you're a 6-month supporter, it's a gold crown, etc., etc. Pretty sweet. Okay. So, pretty awesome, right? New stuff, progress. It's always good to see new, refreshing stuff around the streams, which is awesome. One thing, guys, because we are about to start the plugs. All right, first thing I'll say, if you see we got the stream leaderboard up today, so if you cheer, sub, or tip today, you will get your name up there for top cheer and top tip if you are the top contributor. All right, I will update that regularly during today's stream. We're currently at 442 subs. We lost a few overnight, which is perfectly fine. We already hit the monthly goal, which is awesome. Some people have been asking me, what's the monthly goal going to be for May or for June? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if I want to just do 450, which we could hit right away, or if I want to try to go higher, because last month I said, oh, we're right at 450, let's do 475, and we didn't even come close. So I'm debating what should I do for June. I'm still thinking about, plus, I'm still thinking about what should the event be for June, okay? I think I have a good idea of what I want to do, but I'm not 100% yet, okay? So I'm still thinking about it, and we'll have to see how it goes. I'm still brainstorming a bit on what I want to do. I think I know what the goal is going to be, and I think it's going to be successful, but don't want to announce it yet till I'm ready, okay? But thanks to everyone who did sub. So yeah, if you do cheer, sub, or tip, obviously you're going to get a shout out, and I'm going to update that leaderboard. So the top cheerer and top tipper will get credit, and I know some people already cheered. I'm going to give shout outs right after the plugs, and then I'll be updating that leaderboard regularly, okay? Okay. So guys, let's very quickly go to the plug segment. Let's get the plugs over with so that we can move on to shout-outs for people who did contribute, and then we can get to the fun, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys want to challenge me today in Street Fighter, so let's get to the fun, right? That's what we're all here for. All right, so let's do some plugs. First of all, guys, it's the last day of May. All right, so the first major plug I want to do on the stream is that this is your last chance. You just have just over 12 hours left if you want to pledge to my May Patreon and get in on the May Patreon campaign. And if you do so, by the end of today, you will be able to get your perks, which is basically your thank you gifts for your contributions, in the month of June. Okay? If you don't pledge today, sadly, you're going to have to wait a month, because the way it works is it all processes the first of the month, which would be tomorrow. So if you don't pledge today, you will not get in for the perks for this month. All right? So what am I talking about? Well, you can check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is a monthly pledge campaign where if you pledge to my Patreon, you are directly aiding me in my ability to do daily live streams and gameplay videos as I've done for the past 10 years. That's right, guys. I'm one of the originators of video game coverage, Let's Plays, and the like on YouTube. Okay? I didn't start them, but I was one of the people who became very prominent doing them back in the day 10 years ago. And I've, never gave up. Every day I'm sharing my live gameplay experiences with you guys on streaming on YouTube, and I love doing it. I've done it for a living now since 2011, and I want to keep doing it, all right, for as long as I possibly can. That being said, your support definitely helps with that, and so pledging to my Patreon will aid me in allowing me to keep doing that, all right? But the cool thing is you get stuff back when you pledge to my Patreon. What do you get? Well, you can get various things depending on how much you contribute. Let me give you some examples. You can get premium forum access on my website, which would allow you then to nominate and vote on games for special events. In particular, right now, people who pledged in May are voting on an upcoming Patron's Choice playthrough that's going to run starting later in June. And that's going to be fun. I mean, they literally control an entire gameplay event that's going to have thousands of people watching it. Pretty sweet, isn't it? Okay. Number 2, you can get things such as text or verbal thank yous in my YouTube videos. You can get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. Or in particular, maybe you want to get a private Q&A video made where I'll sit down for 20 or more minutes and answer your questions just for you in a private video. Yeah, all those are some of the awesome perks you can get. Give it a look over at patreon.com/darksidefil. And a special shout out thank you to anyone who does contribute via that method. It helps me out tremendously. In particular, right now, guys, if you pledge to my Patreon today, you're helping me out a lot because I'm basically going to have that process, and I'll have those funds within the next 1 to 2 days. And those are going to go right to paying my bills. It's going to help me out. So thank you to anyone who is a current supporter on Patreon and anyone who is consider pledging. You guys are awesome, and thanks for the positivity and the support, okay? That's number 1. Again, just over 12 hours left. You have to do it by the end of today. Pledge to my Patreon if you want to get in on this month. That's patreon.com/darksidefil, okay? All right, number 2. You can check out my Teespring shop over at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All right. Merchandise, cool merch, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, and mugs. All quality product. In fact, I can personally attest to it because I own a bunch of it. In fact, take a look here, guys. That's not what I wanted to show you. Let's get rid of that. Oops. I'm wearing one of the shirts today. The Manga DSP shirt. Right? Pretty cool. Just one of the many designs you can get over on my Teespring shop. All right. Just to answer the question before someone asks it, yes, you absolutely can order and have it shipped internationally. You don't have to live in the United States. They do ship worldwide. Great quality stuff. It's the higher grade t-shirt. It's not like some of the El Cheapo t-shirts some people sell. They are the higher grade quality stuff. I own a bunch of the shirts, a sweatshirt, and a mug, so I can attest to the quality, all right? Give it a look. Anything you buy from my shop, I get a commission from, helps me out, and obviously you get a collectible as well. So again, check it out. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. The Real Spoony one says he is about to order some stuff from it. Cool. That's awesome because, you know, being honest with you, it's been really slow. Like, I have an app that tracks my Teespring performance. I don't think anyone bought anything in quite some time. I mean, like, I'm not even kidding, like a month. Although last month I did have a few sales that were pretty nice. But this month, or the last month, for whatever reason, just no one really cared about the merch. So if you buy something, special shout out and thank you. Appreciate that. You know, it helps me out. You get a cool collectible. It's a win-win, right? All right. Now, last but certainly not least, if you guys are here live on the stream, all right, and you're getting hype and you're having fun, you like to see me play old school Street Fighter, maybe you want to contribute, you want to get a shout out during the live stream, you can do so. How do you get a shout out? Well, if you cheer with bits, if you subscribe to the channel, or if you tip me. If you do any of those three things, I will give you a verbal shout out during the stream with a few criteria. First of all, please, if you're looking to get a shout out, please be as short-worded and concise as possible. If you're long-winded and you're selling giant paragraphs and stuff like that, chances are I'm not going to read your entire message on stream. In particular, I use Muxy, and Muxy summarizes your comments. Very hard for me to read large comments on there anyway. So please be, you know, as brief as possible to get your message across so that it's digestible for the stream and we're not derailing the stream for 5 to 10 minutes to read a message, okay? Number two, please keep the messages on topic. Please keep them positive. Please don't derail the stream. And what I mean by that is, please, no questions about politics or religion that are going to be polarizing and piss everybody off. Please don't try to start drama and say, oh, did you hear this guy insulted you and stealing your content and is ripping you a new bunghole and all this kind of crap. I don't care about that stuff. I'm here to put out a fun and positive stream for you guys. I'm not here to talk about drama all day, and I'm not here to stir the pot. And, you know, I'm here to have fun and play Street Fighter today. So let's keep it on topic. Again, the majority of people who do cheer, sub, or tip get it. And in particular, 95% of the shout-out messages I get on stream are very positive and great. There's always a couple bad apples, all right? And there's nothing you can do about that. But thanks to everyone who gets it and who is supportive in that way, okay? Now, perhaps you would actually like to get visual recognition for your contributions. Would you like a nice, fun animation to play on the stream visually that everyone can see? In conjunction with any contribution that you give today? Well, guess what? You could do that if you either cheer 50 bits or more at one time, if you subscribe to my channel and then you wait a couple minutes and a share button should appear if you click on that share button, or if you tip me $5 or more at a time. If you do any of those three things, all right, you will get an on-screen thank you animation, also designed by Popsicola, you know, the guy who's a longtime fan, viewer, chat moderator, designer of emotes, and also, obviously, animation designer. Pretty awesome, right? So yeah, thanks to him. But yes, if you would like to get one of these cool animations on stream, that's how you can get them. All right. So you get both visual and verbal recognition for any contributions, depending on how much you contribute. It's pretty cool, right? Sound good? Okay. So outside of all that, I already explained to you guys about the subs, how you can get access to the new emotes. I'm not going to talk about that, but the one thing I do want to briefly let you know is that if you have the option today to decide between how you would like to maybe contribute. All right, you know, I want to maybe, you know, either cheer, sub, or tip today, but, you know, I wonder what helps fill the most. Well, the answer is right now, tips do. If you tip me today on stream, it would help me way more than cheering and subbing. Not that I don't appreciate cheers and subs, but those have a delay, a 2-month stagger between when you do them and when I actually see any kind of benefit versus tipping I get right now. Tipping is actually through a third-party, PayPal page. And I get the funds right away, which is going to help because right now, starting tomorrow, June 1st, all of my bills for the month start coming due. In fact, I think there's like 2 tomorrow, then like 3 on the 2nd, like 3 on the 3rd, and then boom, 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 boom. And we're talking everything, all my bills, my utilities, credit cards, mortgages, everything. And so it drains my bank account. So tipping me right now would help me because I'd be able to take whatever you guys contribute and funnel it right in to help, pay those bills and make sure I don't overdraft. In particular, sadly, I am behind on money right now because I had to pay this giant lump of taxes last month. And now I'm basically, to the bone with money, like paycheck to paycheck, pay bill, pay bill. Things should be picking up better than that soon because the last month or two were really good here on Twitch and YouTube. And so I should alleviate that for a little bit, which is great. But for now, if you want to help, please tip. And the question is, how do you tip? Well, there's 2 ways you can tip me. The first is, if you're watching live on stream, you can look below the stream. There's a grid of information there, including links to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, where I archive all of my stream content. There's also the rules that you can read, and you should read and understand them. But also, there is a link that says tip jar. And if you click on that and you tip me, all right, that's how you can tip me. It takes you right to the page to do so, okay? Now, if you're watching the live stream and you look below the stream, you don't see any of the stuff I just described, more than likely you're watching on a mobile device. It's the mobile version of Twitch. It doesn't have any of that information. If that's the case, then you could type !tip into the stream chat. And if you do so, our bot will post up the link. You click that link, it'll take you directly to the tips page where you can leave a tip as well. So again, any contribution is greatly appreciated. Right now, tips help more. So just throwing that out there on how you can help me the most. And as I already stated, we've got the leaderboard up today. So if you do tip today, chances are you're going to get there as top tip on the leaderboard. Right now, we don't have any. So there you go. Okay, you get a nice on-screen recognition for your contribution tip. All right. So there you go with the plugs. We're done with those. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's do shout-outs for people who cheered, subbed, and tipped. First of all, we had people overnight who contributed. And what I mean by that is when I wasn't even live streaming, we had a few people, well, in this particular case, a couple of people, who kept me in mind, which is pretty awesome that people keep me in mind when I'm not even live streaming, okay? And contributed. So thank you to people who actually think about me and, are appreciative of the 10 years of stuff I've done when I'm not even on live stream. That's pretty awesome of you. We start off with Guitar Player 1939 who tipped me $2. And so will you be covering E3 this year? Yes, as I just explained, what I'm planning on doing is, as I always do, when a press conference is going live, like let's say, for example, the Microsoft press conference is going live. What I'm going to do is sit here in the stream chat, and I'm probably going to set it so that I can host a channel that's playing the press conference, so we can all watch a channel together and watch the conference together. And I'm going to chat in the stream chat while we watch it together. I'll also be taking copious notes, all right, during the broadcast. Then immediately once that press conference ends, I'll be going live with my reaction video. Basically what I'll do is talk about and summarize all the content that was on that broadcast and give you my thoughts on it. All right. I'm going to do that for all the major ones. The one exception may be E3 or EA, because EA is stupidly choosing to do theirs on Saturday before E3 even starts. I know that's really dumb, but that's what they're doing. Typically Saturday is my day off. But I'm debating. I've been talking with Kat, my girlfriend, about maybe taking Friday off this coming week instead of Saturday. So that way, not this week coming up, by the way. This weekend is going to be Saturday, but next week. So that way, maybe I could be here on Saturday for the EA press conference. I don't know. Is it that huge of a deal if I cover EA on Sunday instead of Saturday? No, it's not. Typically, EA doesn't usually have a ton of blockbuster shit to talk about anyway. A lot of their shit, half of it is shovelware crap when it comes to their sports games and stuff anyway, so. But we'll see. I may be here, I may not live for EA, but everything else, I should be here live on stream, chatting with you guys, and then I'll immediately do my reaction video after, as I always do. And then, I actually just recently announced this a couple days ago, but I'll talk about it again. At the end of E3 week, that Thursday, which would be Thursday the 14th of June, I'm going to be doing a Hate Live podcast. I have not done a podcast at all this year. So, this will be the first podcast I'm doing of 2018. And what it's going to be is the big E3 recap show. I'm going to tell you guys all about what I thought about E3, the winners, the losers, the biggest games, the biggest, non-announcement stinkers. Kind of doing a giant segment summarizing E3 and letting you guys know what I really thought about the show. The podcast will also talk about, obviously, how things have been going with me personally, because I don't really share too much about that with you guys. Talking about plans for the future, all kinds of stuff, okay? So that should be fun to do a podcast for the first time in a long time. But anyway, that's how I'm covering E3. The reaction / summary style videos immediately following each press conference, and then a podcast to summarize all my thoughts at the end of the week once all the information about E3 has been released, okay? All right, sound good? Okay, also shout out to Emperor Swaggins, who cheered overnight and says, "What's your opinion on Kim Kardashian meeting with President Trump to talk about prison reform?" Well, admittedly, the first time that I heard the story, I thought this is something people are trying to do to smear them, as usual. All right. But that being said, when I actually looked into the story, it actually was nicer than I thought. Okay, I thought, oh great, here we go. The president's meeting with a celebrity. They're both from reality TV, so of course, then you actually read into it, and I guess Kim Kardashian has been campaigning to have someone who has been ridiculously imprisoned, like for a ridiculously long time. I think it's like a 60-something-year-old woman who had a first-time drug offense, was like incarcerated for so long she's going to die in prison or something. And basically she's campaigning not only to get her free, to basically have it looked at that our prison sentencing system in the United States is broken and doesn't make sense. So I guess she set up a meeting, met with President Trump. Trump didn't agree to let the person out of prison, by the way, but apparently put out a nice, picture saying, here, I met with Kim and we talked about prison sentencing, yada, yada, yada. Okay? Woohoo! It's really a non-issue. It's really, honestly, not news. But we live in a reality TV America at this point, where, anything that can be tried to be spun into a positive fluff piece will, and everything that can be tried to be spun into a negative fluff piece will be. So at this point, this comes out, it's like, what does this have to do with anything? It's not important. I mean, yes, if Trump does decide to make some kind of a decision that, yes, our prison sentencing system is broken, he's going to look into it, that's great. But that's not even what's happened here. This is like the initial stages of that, with a meeting between two reality TV celebrities. What does this have to do with anything we should care about? And the answer is nothing. So just another fluff piece. Just another fluff piece. It is what it is. And I don't really care about it. I really don't follow. I try not to follow all the crazy stuff when it comes to politics with Trump, and the left wing hates the right wing, and the right wing hates the left wing, and they just spun it this way to look like this, spun it that way like that, and they're at each other's throats. It's also very fucking tiring and overdramatic, and honestly, I just don't really care. That's why I don't talk about politics much, if at all, on stream. I just don't care. It's so tiring and exhausting. Like, I just want to have some fun and relax when I'm here with you guys on stream. I don't want to deal with this shit. I'm sure you guys deal with it enough during your own normal days, right? So, it is what it is. Let's stop talking about it. Sound good? All right. So, deal. Okay. All right. So now, time for shout-outs for people who have cheered, subbed, and tipped during the stream today. All right. Keep in mind, the top cheerer will make it onto the leaderboard as well as the top tip. So, let's take a look here. So, Kate started things off and cheered 25 bits and said, Happy Thursday, a.k.a. Jim Bob Thursdays, a.k.a. Taco Thursday. Well, thank you, Kate, for that nice cheer. Reggers cheered and says, can you try to record a couple sets of video? I had to hide you in my sub feed because all your vids are overwhelming other people I watch. Reggers, first of all, I don't understand how that's happening, because if you're not aware, YouTube doesn't do that anymore with the sub feed. So I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. YouTube has changed sub feeds so that you don't get every video from every person anymore. This is publicly documented that they changed sub feeds. You only get 1 to 2 videos a day from anyone you sub to. So I don't know what you're talking about in that regard. Number 2, no. I'm not going to record multiple sets in a video, because that would either have downtime of me trying to get matches in between, which no one wants to see in the video, or I'd have to sit here editing videos all night. I already am on stream about 8 hours a day, plus uploading videos, plus on social media. I don't have 20 hours a day to sit here editing every fighting game footage that I put out, so that it very, very minorly conveniences you. So if you don't like fighting game footage, don't follow my YouTube channel this week. I don't know what else to say. This happens every time that I play fighting games. People complain that there's too many videos. Well, guess what? This has happened every single time I played a fighting game in the past 10 years. You should probably be used to it by now. If you're not, well, I don't know what else to tell you. Complain to YouTube that their system's broken. Not me. It's not my fault because I didn't create the sub system where they apparently are still flooding your inbox despite the fact that they've stated they don't do that anymore. So, it is what it is, but no. Sorry, I cannot duplicate myself. I'm not a single cell organism that can like split into two and clone myself so that one person can sit, edit fighting game videos all day while the other person's live streaming and having a life. No, I can't do that. Sorry, not going to happen. All right. Emperor Swaggins cheered. He says, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was linked through merchandise. Sources have said it comes out in 2019. It will further the RPG element. Apparently there will be dialogue choices and you can pick between a male and a female. It takes place in Greece. It is a sequel to Origins, but we don't play as Bayek or Aya. Well, there you go. If this is true, I like it. Sounds good to me. I liked Origins last year. Maybe I was in the minority. I don't know. Some people said they hated Origins. I liked Origins. If anything, I thought the game was maybe a little too long because it took so long to beat. It took so long to beat that, sadly, a lot of people lost interest halfway through the playthrough, which I get. When you have a giant, long-winded playthrough, 20, 30, 40 hours, a lot of people lose interest. Makes sense, okay? But I enjoyed playing it. And as I said when I was playing Origins, this feels like a good, logical first step towards something great. Was the game itself good? Yes, but was it amazing, great game of the year? Nah. I think there could have been some things that could have been drastically improved. So if they take this formula from Origins and improve upon it, and they pump out a game next year that's really outstanding, sounds great to me. So, all right, 2 thumbs up to that news. Hopefully we get to see some of this stuff at E3, at the Ubisoft press conference. Would be awesome. All right, the Honest Troll cheered and says, have you got beef with Tolo now? No, I don't really have beef with anybody. I'm not aware of having beef with any current, I'm not paying attention to anyone who has beef with me, at least. And to my knowledge, I'm not in any kind of a feud or beef with anybody whatsoever. So the answer is no. Okay. Carl of Barty, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Carl of Barty, for the sub. I appreciate the subscription and the support. So far, by the way, all the cheers have been 25 bits. So technically, there's no top cheerer right now. AES just cheered 25 bits. He says, who do you think will win this year's E3? I feel like Nintendo, excuse me. Nintendo has some bangers in store. By the way, I plan on doing the $50 pledge for the month of July, so I look forward to the private Q&A video. Awesome. First of all, E3. I have no idea. Some years we get, I think Sony's going to do good, because they did good last year, and then Sony has a shitty press conference, or like a kind of blah one. Remember that year Bethesda had an insanely good press conference. Bethesda blew it out of the water that year, and then the next year they sucked. So it's always like, you never know. You kind of shrug. I don't know who's going to do what this year. I get the feeling we're going to get a lot of great stuff from E3 this year. Very exciting time to be a gamer, right? But you never can predict, So, and I've been doing this for 10 years, by the way. I still can't predict who's going to win E3. So, to your second half of what you said, thank you for that. I appreciate your contribution if and when you do choose to pledge. I know you're saying July, although it would be June if you pledge next month. Maybe you're saying you're actually waiting till July. I don't know. But if you are planning to do the private Q&A video, most people who get it absolutely love it. In fact, I take that back. Everyone who gets it loves it. I think every single person who I've done a Q&A video for has come back and said, thank you, it was a good video. So, yeah, I always go above and beyond for my patrons. So, it should be great. Thank you very much for that. Emperor Swaggins just cheered. He said, rest in peace, Drake, man. Pusha T ended his career with that diss track he put out. Laughing out loud. I have no idea what you're talking about. Drake and rap is the last thing I probably follow. I just don't care. So there you go. I guess Drake is taking the L, but I don't know because I don't know anything about it. All right. Kate cheered again. Again, another 25-bit cheer, so there's still no cheerleader for today. And Kate says, don't forget, tomorrow is National Donut. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Friday, is officially National Donut. Okay, I don't know what that means. Friday is a National Donut. All right, delicious. Okay, then. Shout out to Chewbacca, who cheered. And he says, I heard you and Low Tier God are going to play Street Fighter. When will this event take place? I don't want to miss it. You got him, DSP. Go body him. For those who are not aware, this is true. Last night, I threw out the friendly gauntlet, a respectful gauntlet. In fact, I've been sure to say in my tweet, a respectful challenge to Low Tier God to see if he wants to play me in the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. I know he's been playing it this week just like I have. I have no idea what games he's good at. Okay, I think he's probably best at Third Strike. As you guys know, I'm best at Super Turbo, and I've been doing the worst at Third Strike. So I thought, hey, this would be kind of interesting if we did, maybe 2, 3, 4 games or whatever, a challenge against each other as a special cross-promotional event. And I asked him on Twitter, I threw out the challenge last night on Twitter, and he responded and said, I'll probably beat him in ST, but he'll probably win in Third Strike, which I kind of agree with. I agree with that. And he says he will DM me. And, he's looking to do the event next week. And that's it. That's where we left it. Haven't heard back from him yet. When I do, and we set it up, I'll let you guys know. And that's that. That's why I really haven't mentioned it, because I have no information about it yet. It sounds like a fun event to me. I know that a lot of viewers of mine are crossover viewers with him. I know because people talk about him all the time in my stream chat, despite the fact I really don't know anything about the guy. I don't pay attention to him. You guys know me. I'm a man. I always say this. I'm a man on my own island. All right? I am. I'm a guy who doesn't really pay attention to other streamers, doesn't pay attention to other, in particular, people in the fighting game community. Like, that's the last thing I pay attention to. Phil, did you see Evo? Nope. Haven't seen Evo for 10 years. I just don't care about that stuff. But I know a lot of my viewers, either know of him or watch him. So I said, what the hell? We're finally together. We're actually playing a game at the same time. It makes sense for us to maybe do a special event. Let's do it. So I don't know how it's going to go down. We'll find out. When I have more info, I'll let you guys know. Fair enough? Okay. All right. Cody Carls cheered. Says, I don't know if you mentioned it yet or not. What do you think of the announcement of Fallout 76? I talked about this yesterday, Cody. Since we have absolutely no need whatsoever. No need? What am I talking about? No knowledge whatsoever is what I meant to say of what this game actually is. I really have no feelings about it. It would be one thing if we knew, it's going to be a new MMO for Fallout. Or, it's going to be a survival game with Fallout. It's going to be... We don't know what it is. I can't give you a thought process on it until I even know what the game is. So, it's that simple. Anything that I would say now would be completely fluff, because it would all be pointless speculation, which I don't like to do. So, I have no thoughts because we don't know what it is. Maybe at E3, at the Bethesda press conference, we'll get more information. Once we get more information, great. I'll comment on it. Right now, we have none, so there's no point in me even saying a word about it. Okay? All right. Timbo Slice cheered. By the way, again, all these cheers have been 25 bits, so we technically still don't have a top cheer for today to put on the leaderboard. Timbo Slice says, looks like the next Assassin's Creed game is called Odyssey. It takes place in ancient Greece. You think that will be a cool time for an Assassin's Creed game? Yes. Yes, I do. It'll be pretty cool because ancient Greece has things like the ancient philosophers. And that was the time when government, organized government with I don't know if they necessarily had a parliament, but they had those kind of bodies of governing people, all that kind of stuff. It was like the modern age of enlightenment was kind of happening in ancient Greece. So it'll be cool to see a game happen during that era, much like how we had, various games happen at other times, like the Renaissance era and stuff like that. It'll be really cool to see something happen during that time period. So I'm all for it. Sounds good to me. Again, if they follow the formula they had in Origins and they improve upon it, that's 2 thumbs up. Okay? Kate cheered again. She says, did you hear they were making Top Gun 2? No, and that sounds ridiculous. I mean, first of all, if it still has Tom Cruise in it, I mean, what the fuck? No branch of the armed forces would have someone be an Air Force pilot in the 1980s and still be a pilot in the 2010s, all right? It's just not going to happen. So if he's back as a main character, that's really stupid, unless he's just like a civilian now, or maybe he's a commanding officer and does not fly anymore. Okay, then. I don't think we need a Top Gun 2. I think we're in an era now. There's so little originality. All right? There's so little originality in Hollywood that sadly what happens is we just have to revive every possible fucking successful franchise from the past in order to try to ride its coattails because we can't think of anything original to make that anyone cares about. So, you know, Ghostbusters is coming back, guys. Isn't this great news? Yeah, we're bringing back all these... Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. As you've seen, some of these movies are successful, some of them flop horribly. I don't care about Top Gun 2. Top Gun 1 will always be a movie that was synonymous of the 80s, and I just don't care about a sequel. So there you go. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, sorry I did my last year before you read the first question about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Hope the stream is good today. Thank you, Timbo. I got a $1 tip from someone who's banned and was banned purposely for being a jerk and is now trying to offer me managerial services. No. Wow. Not only were you acting like a jerk and get banned from stream chat, now you're trying to tip me money and become my manager. I mean, holy crap, some people are just have this crazy, like, they live in this weird fantasy world, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Okay. Kate cheered and says, I meant tomorrow is National Donut Day, where you get free donuts. Oh. So apparently Friday is National Donut Day in the United States, and you get free donuts. Now, there really aren't a lot of donut places around me. There's no Dunkin' Donuts in this part of Washington State where I live. So I guess I can't go get a free donut. There are Top Pot donut shops, but they're not all over the place. And I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know. I guess I'm not getting a free donut. But hey, if you got a donut shop near you, maybe you're supposed to get a free donut tomorrow. I don't know how that works, but okay. Third Eye the Third cheered. He says, I hope that you and LTG use mics during the matches. Otherwise, meh. No, I don't think we're going to. What's the point? Because all that's going to happen is people are going to try to goad us on to try to say shit to get each other in trouble on Twitch. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not down with that. Sorry. I'm not going to have it that I have a slip of the tongue and he gets in trouble, or he has a slip of the tongue and I get in trouble. That's ridiculous. We're two mature adults who just want to play games and have some fun. Now, if we stream it on our own streams and we say stuff, that's okay. But, you know, I'm not going to have my friggin' mic on. In fact, is there even... I got to ask this because I don't even know the answer to this. Is there microphone communications in the Anniversary Collection? I don't even think there are, right? I think it's like the most basic online multiplayer there is. It's just the match. I don't even think it has voice communications built in. I think you have to have a party in order to even communicate over the damn thing. So, no. More than likely, I am not going to be doing any kind of thing like that. Again, he wants to do his thing on his stream. I'll do my thing on my stream. And that's how it goes. Okay? There you go. Okay. Shout out to Lord Lamb, who did a 50-bit cheer. So Lord Lamb is actually the top cheerer for today. Congratulations, Lord Lamb. You finally cheered more than the basic 25 bits, so you can actually get onto the leaderboard. Thank you for that. And Lord Lamb says the following. Hold on, let me get this centered. There we go. He says, what was your favorite Fallout game, including DLCs? Man, that's a tough one. I mean, I've only played 3. I've only played Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4. So without having actually played the original Fallout, even though they are nothing like the modern ones, I can't really give it much of an educated answer. But out of those, I would say this. The plot of the original game was probably the best. I really like the plot and the side quests of the original game. But I think the gameplay of New Vegas was better than the gameplay of Fallout 3. They refined a lot of things. They made melee combat more viable, etc. But I think the plot of 1 was better than New Vegas. Fallout 4, I really, really enjoyed. Okay. But a lot of people criticized and said it was too easy and stuff. I don't know. I really liked Fallout 4. Is Fallout 4 better than 3? It's tough because you're talking 2 completely different generations. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking when they had just revived the new series to be a modern open-world RPG first-person game versus they refined that engine in Fallout 4 and tried to make it more modern and more open to more casual audiences. And I really liked it. I don't know. I don't know if I have a decision. Whenever people ask me, what's this? What's your favorite? What's the best? I say, I'm not that kind of person. I'm really not. I'm not a person who's going to sit here and make a top 10 list and say this is the best. And this, did I like all the games? Yes. I can tell you this. I do like Fallout 3, probably in the highest regard in my mind, only because it was the first one I played. It was one of the earlier games I played on YouTube, and it got me a lot of notoriety for doing a playthrough on YouTube. Does that make it the better game? No. It just means that it's the game that had I had more fun playing, and I had got more notoriety for playing. So I really don't have an answer for you. Smegma Poo just tipped me $2. I said, Smegma number 1. That is disgusting. I mean, technically you're the top tipper, and I have to give you credit for it. I'm going to put you on the leaderboard. But that is borderline nauseating. I'm not going to lie. It's a little early in the morning for that kind of talk. I'm just saying. It's only 11:24 a.m. here where I am. And I'm starting to feel a little queasy now. So thanks for that. And thanks for the tip. Shout out to Emperor Swaggins. He cheered and he says, so I saw Deadpool 2. It wasn't as good as the first one. Don't get me wrong, it was still funny, but not as funny as the first one, to be honest. One of the funniest parts was during the credits. Hopefully you enjoy it when you watch it on demand. Well, hopefully I do. I will see that whenever it becomes available, on demand in the future. And much like all the modern movies, I didn't see Black Panther. I didn't see Infinity War. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing any of these new movies. I'll eventually see the one movie I may actually see. Okay, the one movie I may actually see coming up is maybe The Incredibles 2. And the reason being is, number one, I actually really liked The Incredibles 1. A lot. It's an old movie at this point. But I like most of those animated Disney movies. And I think it was a great movie. Number two, a sequel this late is kind of interesting to see how they're going to pull off sequels so much later. Although they did it with Finding Nemo and, with Finding Dory, which actually ended up being quite good. So I'm very curious. And number three, Kat is a huge fan as well of the Disney movies and franchises. And she actually told me she might want to see it. So I think that's in like 2 or 3 weeks. So I may actually finally see a movie in theaters for the first time in like a year. No lie, the last time I saw a movie in theaters was Spider-Man Homecoming. So that was what, last summer? So a year later, I might see another movie. Okay. But that's about it. I am not, not a guy to go to the movies. As you guys know, I don't have money. I very rarely have a chance to go out and spend disposable income. So this may be one of the rare times when I get to do it. Okay. Okay. And Random Ghost tipped me another $. And he's basically sending me personal messages with these tips, and I appreciate it, Random Ghost. But you could email me instead of tipping me on stream, because I'm not going to read these messages you're saying to me. You can just email me. Okay. All right. So let's see here. First of all, let's check our sub count. I'm almost done with pre-stream, by the way. Sub count has gone up by 1. Let's get the sub count up to what it really is, 443. I want to say special shout out to Lord Lamb V3 for the top cheer so far today, although he can very easily be overtaken. Shout out to Smegma Poo for the top tip today. What a name. Thanks to everyone who's contributed so far. Reminder, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I'll give you a shout out. If you do top chip or top cheer, you'll get onto the leaderboard running here. All right. Outlaw Guy just cheered. He says, LTG hit you up about the matches. Not yet. I already talked about this on pre-stream. No, not yet. Okay. I think we're good to go. I think we're ready to start. Now, again, to remind you guys how this is going to work, I'm going to set up a lobby. I want to play Super Turbo. That's the game I'm looking to play. All right. I don't know if I can set a private lobby or not. I don't know how it works. We're going to do this on the fly. We're going to try to figure this out. If I have to password protect it, I will. All right. And people can come in, play me for a while in Super Turbo. After a while, if it gets boring, maybe we'll rotate. I'll close the lobby, open a new one. See if more newcomers can join. If we finally get completely bored, I'll maybe switch games. We could easily switch over to Alpha 3 or Third Strike. And do that until basically people are like, all right, that was enough of that. And then I'll probably just do ranked matches in Super Turbo for the rest of the stream. Okay? Shout out to Random Ron, who did a 75-bit cheer. He says, for the sake of overthrowing the leader. So Random Ron is now the new cheerleader for today. Let me get Random Ron up there. Oh, never mind. Tantamounter just did a 100-bit cheer. And Tantamounter is now officially the top cheerer for today. So sorry, Random Ron. I was going to give you your time in the sun. But Tantamounter jumped right on top of that and dethroned you immediately. Sometimes it happens. Ain't that a bitch? Okay. All right, so that's the deal. Apparently, someone in the stream chat just said you can actually set up the lobby to be whatever game you want. Like you can say, oh, you can only play Super Turbo, and that's what I'm going to do. So, all right, wait a minute. Emperor Swaggins just did a 101-bit cheer. Emperor Swaggins is now the top cheerer for today. So now we got to update that with Emperor Swaggins, who has dethroned Tantamounter. There you go. Thank you, Emperor Swaggins, for the top cheer. Appreciate that. And now Lord Lamb is the current top cheerer. He did a 102-bit cheer. So now Lord Lamb is the top cheerer. So I have to now change this again. Lord Lamb, top cheer. Thank you, Lord Lamb. 102 bits, top cheer of the day. Thank you, Lord Lamb, for your support. Appreciate that. All right. So again, thank you guys very much for this. What the hell? I put 2 parentheses in there. Did you see that? Oops. Can't have double parentheses. What kind of a stream is this? All right, there we go. All right, so thank you guys very much. Appreciate the support. Thanks for a fun pre-stream. We will now end the... Oh, you know what? One final thing. Let's give a shout out to the top 10 contributors for the week via cheers. It's always nice to do this before I start, all right? So in 10th place this week, we've got Kate. Thank you, Kate. In 9th place, we've got Insomniatic Meat. In 8th place, Black Mage C-Type. In 7th place, Arclight 112. In 6th place, Vasherano. Right above him at 5th, Deluxe Swine. And literally just above him by 100 bits, Yusuke 14K. In 3rd place by 24 bits, Infinite 55. In 2nd place, The Smart Weirdo 95. And then in 1st, it's King Swaggin. So thanks to all of you guys for your contributions this week. And I hope you've been enjoying the Street Fighter stuff. I certainly have been. And I love playing these old school games that I grew up with here on the stream with you guys. So here's to a great stream. Okay? All right. Let's end it. Thanks, guys, for a fun pre-stream. Let's get started with some matches.